the video, and in this video we'll be reacting to Acharya Prashant called Living in the Present Can Be a Big Problem. So why do I react to Acharya Prashant so much? Because I think Acharya Prashant has become my favorite thinker of this time. Like I find very much I find similarities between Osho and Acharya Prashant because both of them talk in a very straightforward way. They don't complicate things, and that's what I love about Osho as well as Acharya Prashant now. So let's see what's there in the video. Till then, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Most often we are asked to live in the present and be here and now and mindful. Can you talk to us about that?
The same thing. I mean,
Okay.
when we were
So what do you mean by being mindful? What do you mean by living in the present? Like, what does that mean? He's asking that.
talking about what to do with knowledge, I said it depends on the intention. It depends on the center to do with knowledge.
That?
The same thing. I mean, when we were talking about what to do with knowledge, I said it depends on the intention. It depends on the center that is going to now use knowledge. There are two.
Because if knowledge is used by Hitler type of person, then there'll be chaos in the world. And if the knowledge is used by some saint, then it will be used in some constructive work.
Centers, right? We are repeating that thing again and again. So you could choose to live in the present because it is more pleasurable to forget the consequences of your vile actions, right?
Like if a person is drunkard, then he'll say, I'm living in the moment, I'm drinking, I'm enjoying. But it's not, it's not viable to do that. So there's other side, the other downside of the living in the present too. You think that only living in the present will solve everything, then you are at, you don't know about it.
If you think of most of the heinous crimes that are ever committed, the criminals were absolutely in the present, were they not? Were they thinking of the consequences? No.
Yeah,
I liked
so
it,
that's
I
the
get it.
thing. Living in the present doesn't mean that you will ignore the consequences of the work that you're doing now. It means that you're mindful. You're living in the present, but also you are also thinking about future. So like it's paradoxical in nature, but it's very true that living in the present doesn't mean that you should forget the consequences of the task that you're doing. No, it's not that.
I felt like there are well thought out, organized and planned crimes, right? But a majority of the crimes are kind of spontaneous. There is sudden inflammation and explosion. That fellow was surely in the present, was he not? With no concern for anything in the past or in the future, anything beyond this place, this occasion, this event, nothing. I got angry, I shot him.
Yeah.
So this that we call as living in the moment can very well be utilized by the ego for its own
Yeah, the
nefarious.
ego can corrupt the concept of living in the moment. That's what Acharya Prashant is trying to say. He's not saying that that living in the present, the concept itself, it's rigged. He's saying that ego can dominate this principle, dominate this concept, and use it for its own benefit.
Ends. Equally, living in the present could mean selfless action, nishkam karma. I'm doing what is right.
Yeah, don't think about the prize that you will get. Like in Gita, like karm kareja phal ki chinta mat kar. That's what living in the present means. Like, but it doesn't imply that you should not think about the consequences. First of all, you should do the right task, and when you're doing the right task, then you don't have to care about the consequences. Like if I'm helping someone, then I don't have to think about the consequences of helping someone, that someone's life will be improved by me and I will be very happy. No, you don't have to think about that. So first of all, do and select the right task for you, and then go ahead. Don't select just any task and go with that.
And I do not bother about the results. Mostly what we do is from the wrong center. So when it comes to living in the present, that too is mostly from the wrong center. Whenever you have heard such words or phrases, come on, let's do it right now, do they point at something auspicious? Do they?
Hmm.
Do they? In fact, we are so reluctant to do the auspicious thing right now that the saints have had to teach us that the right thing must be done instantaneously. Kal kare so aaj kar.
आज करे सो आप.
What is it that we rather do instantaneously? All the wrong things.
Hmm.
So you'll have a TV ad telling you, come on, do it right now, abhi.
Yeah.
Are they telling you to gain instant nirvana? No. They're telling you to go and right now buy the most worthless product possible.
Hmm.
That's the more general and widespread application of living in the present.
Yeah.
Just do whatever nonsense comes to your mind. Oh yes, abhi.
Don't think about anything. Just do it. Why are you thinking so much? Yeah, that's the common phrase that you get to hear from people.
Come on, let's do it.
Hmm.
Living in the present must mean only nishkam karma.
Hmm.
Living in the present must come from the right center. I am living in the present not for my gratification but for my liberation.
Hmm.
Living in the present can very well mean instant gratification, can it not? Live in the present, 2 minutes noodles. Make it quick. Living in the present must mean
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing and the results are
Living in the
unpredictable.
present means doing things for the liberation and not for the gratification. Wow, what a quote, what a definition of living in the present. Yeah, I love this definition.
I don't want to think about the results. I have no space to think of the results. I am fully
Plus-
immersed in dharma. I am fully immersed in the right action. I am so occupied. I have no inclination, no time,
Hmm.
no space to think what will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is the real meaning of living in the present.
So I'm just curious, in this terrain that you're traversing, which is quite vast, where do we locate specific ideas or concepts like beauty or vocation or meaning, those sorts of things that I think provide a lot of nourishment to people? So how does that fit in?
All these words that you just mentioned have very clear spiritual meanings and connotations. So which one was the first you said? Beauty, right? Beauty. So beauty then is an absence of ugliness. How do you define ugliness? Ugliness is that which makes you cringe. You look at something ugly and what's your experience, your reaction? What is it? So this is ugly, right? So what is ugly? Those who have known have said the world is an ugly place. What is beauty then? Freedom from the world. That alone is Saundarya. So Satyam Shivam Sundaram. The truth is beautiful. The truth alone is beautiful.
Wow.
Nothing else is to be called as beautiful. So then what do we call beautiful in this world? Or is everything completely ugly here? No. In the world itself, if you have the right intention, you will find means that take you to the truth. They too can be called as beautiful.
Wow.
They too can be called as beautiful. Anything that takes you to the truth is beautiful. And truth is the supreme beauty. What is truth? A total dissolution of the little ego, the little self.
Yeah.
That is.
Truth is the total dissolution of the ego. जहाँ पे मैं ईगो से गाइडेड नहीं हूँ और जहाँ मेरा ईगो पॉइंट आउट नहीं कर रहा, अगर मैं वहां नहीं जा रहा हूँ तो मतलब मैं सच की तरफ जा रहा हूँ. अगर मैं ईगो के बताए नक्शे कदम पे नहीं चल रहा हूँ, इसका मतलब मैं सच की राह पे चल रहा हूँ. बस इतना समझ लो ट्रूथ का डेफिनेशन.
Truth. So when do you call a face beautiful? When do you call somebody's eyes beautiful? Tell me now.
When do I call someone's eye beautiful? When I see them and I lose the sense of self. Like this, it's getting very abstract, but I would say कि जब मैं किसी की आंखों में देखता हूँ और मैं भूल जाता हूँ, एक सेकंड के लिए मतलब मैं दुनिया भूल जाता हूँ कि मैं इतना गुम हो जाता हूँ उस चीज में, शायद तब मैं उस चीज को ब्यूटीफुल बोलता हूँ कि उस चीज से फिर नजर नहीं हटती, उस चीज के आगे सब कुछ फीका लगने लगता है, उस चीज को ब्यूटी मैं बोलता हूँ. बट लेट्स सी व्हाट आचार्य प्रशांत हैज टू से.
It depends on what you love the most. No? If you love the truth, as you must, then which kind of face you would exclusively call as beautiful?
Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Wow. Wow. If you are a person who appreciates truth, then you will see truth in other people and you will appreciate that. If you're a big fan of, external beauty, and if you judge people on the basis of their of their body structure, then you will appreciate body structure more than their IQ, their understanding of the world. Yeah. So it depends on you. The guiding, the what you can say, the navigating system of beauty is inside you. Okay.
Face that radiates truth, face that takes you to the truth. That is to be called as beautiful. Instead, if you have a face that is so attractive that it pulls you away from the truth, that is to be labeled as the ugliest. So commonly, faces that we call as beautiful are to be called as the ugliest in spiritual parlance. Because those faces are deliberately designed and cultivated to disturb you, to possess you, to own you, to pull you away from anything meaningful in life. The same words in a spiritual dimension not only change their meaning, they invert their meaning. Saints had beautiful faces, right? And you would often have demons masquerading as very beautiful persons so as to interrupt the rishis who were meditating. Now, what kind of beauty is it that can disrupt and disturb? You would call that as beauty, or rather call it ugliness. So that is beauty, right? That which takes you to the truth can be called as beautiful. Similarly, the next one that you said was?
Like vocation.
Vocation.
That sense of meaning or purpose that I'm motivated to do.
Right. So we are born in shackles, no? You are born, your hands are fettered, your legs are shackled, and you are in bondage in several ways. So you have to get out of this condition. You are in a prison. You are in a prison.
You are constrained by your biological limits. You have no sense of understanding of the world. You're in shackle. That means that you're in biological constraint. You depend on your animal instincts more than the consciousness part of your side. That's what Acharya Prashant is trying to say.
All are born in prisons. The body itself is a prison. So what to do then? The body will last some 80 years. What to do then? What's the purpose of life? I'm born in a prison. What then is the right purpose of life? Melt your chains, or break them. Break out of the jail. That requires effort.
Yeah.
That alone is called as work in spiritual parlance. Work is that which will liberate you. That which provides you livelihood is not to be called as work. Even while remaining in the jail as an obedient inmate, as an obedient prisoner.
If you have watched Shawshank Redemption, the tunnel that he builds inside the jail, like you can use that example in this situation, that no matter you are in jail, it's okay, but are you digging your tunnel? If not, then what are you doing then? You are enjoying jail, then it means you become comfortable in jail. And Acharya Prashant is saying, if you're in jail, that's fine, but dig your own tunnel. Dig your way out of it. Don't just sit around.
You'd still be given some livelihood by the jail authorities. Do I call that as work? No, that is just labor, no? You have been forced to do something. And when you do something, you are given some food to eat. That's the nature of work of most people on this planet. We exist to eat ourselves, to feed some food to the body.
To consume.
We live to eat. Ask people, why do you work? You work from 9 till 6. What's the net output? The net output is food. Food to the body and food to the mind. So that they can just continue living. We do not work to be liberated. We work to continue our stage of bondage. We work like prisoners in the jail. And prisoners in the jail work really hard, don't they? So we work really hard. Look at the face of the common man, how hard he works. But he works hard so
that he's not liberated after working so hard also. Like he's stuck in the same vicious cycle. And he does not know how how to disrupt this cycle and go beyond that. And to go beyond that, that's why Acharya Prashant says you should read Vedanta, Veda, and you should read Upanishads so that you can break out this, and not break out then, or then just like you can just be aware of the jail that you are in. First of all, you are not even aware of the jail that you are in. That's why the main problem is this, that you are not aware. If you are aware, then you can find means to get rid of this. So yeah.
That he can somehow survive within the jail. He does not work to break out of the jail.
Yeah, dig your tunnel. You're not digging a tunnel, you're just working there.
Spirituality defines work as that which you do to break out.
Wow.
If you are
Wow. Just take this example home and just reconsider it. Like you are in jail, you were born in jail, but most of the people are not digging their tunnels to break out of it. They are just working there and they're thinking that this will give them liberation, but it will not. And what Acharya Prashant is saying, that spirituality is a process of breaking out from the jail. Wow.
not exerting yourself to break out, you're not working, you are then just laboring like an animal, like a domesticated animal. You often make them labor, no? Mules, they labor so much, but they get nothing out of that labor. Similarly, most of us work so much and all that we get is bread. This too can be counted as bread, no? This, all this can be counted as bread, something for the body, not something that would liberate you. So work or vocation then is that which you purposefully do with the intention of liberation. Most of us do not work even for a single hour our entire life. We just labor endlessly. Work liberates.
Wow.
Labor just tires.
Wow. Nice. What a video. What a video.
I think I'm working this moment. I might be wrong. You know, Maya. Who knows?
Wow. What a great video it was. So if I would summarize this video, then the first part of the video was about the downside of living in the present. That if it's not coming from the right center, then you're living in the present just for the ego. Ego is telling you to live in the present, and you will do all the bad things in the world. So living in the present should come from the right center, and the right center is nishkarm. कर्म करते जा और फल की चिंता मत कर. But the फल की चिंता will only end when you are doing the right work, right task for yourself. So first you have to select the right task, and then the second part of the video is about liberation, how we are in a jail, how we are in shackles, and we don't know how to get out of it, and we are not even digging our own tunnels. And the spirituality is the only thing, is a process of digging, of breaking out from the jail. So that's what the video was, and I enjoyed this video so much. And if you do like this video, then please do subscribe to my channel as well as the Acharya Prashant channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.